So we just have a quick question here from the open house asking, can we use the fundamentals to trade news in the short term as well as the long term? Now, the quick answer to this question is yes, you can trade news in both the short term and the long term using fundamental analysis. The secret ingredient for trading the news, and whether that is short term, medium term, long term, is always going to be the expectations that the market has. Expectations for currencies, expectations for actual news events, for economic data, expectations for geopolitical events. All of those expectations basically feed into how the market responds to incoming news. Now, it's important to note that the fundamentals work in either the short term or the longer term. In the short term, we usually refer to the fundamental drivers as market sentiment or the current sentiment. And in the medium to longer term, we usually refer to it as the macroeconomic picture or macroeconomic drivers. So whether you want to trade in the short or the medium term or the long term, it really just depends on the time horizon that you're looking to trade, but more importantly, on what the expectations are for that short and longer term horizons. For example, if the longer term fundamental bias for a currency is bearish, but there are significant, let's say, bullish economic data surprises, or geopolitical events that goes against that current bearish expectation, that can simply provide a way for you to sell that currency after a rally from a much more attractive level once the short-term bias realigns back towards the bearish fundamentals. Looking for more short-term trades, you would ideally want the short-term sentiment and surprise in the market from news to align with each other. For example, let's assume we have a short-term bullish sentiment on a currency, and there are expectations for an economic data point to come in very bad, so very bearish. But there is a surprise positive deviation in the data. Basically, it comes out much better than the markets were expecting. That would be in line with that short-term bullish sentiment and would provide a great trading opportunity, basically trading in line with that data point surprise, in line with that short-term bullish sentiment. So you would also consider times when the fundamental bias as well as the short-term bias are aligned. Those are normally some of the best trading opportunities, and can be traded from either a short-term or a longer-term perspective. So I hope that helps with the question. If there's any more questions, don't hesitate to ask us.